It's time to get a bit dimpsy. This is where like Dimps go into what they're properly known for, because we got like bottomless pits everywhere. We got like enemies kind of awkwardly placed and crusher blocks and stuff. And
yeah, this level looks interesting.
So far, we're like 15 seconds into it.
I like the clouds and the stream.
Yeah, like it looks nice. Don't get me wrong. It's like it's got really nice art style, but it's just the like level layout. Like these stairs here, that's just like this blockiness, isn't it? And I don't like stuff that kind of slows down the pace like that. Like,
I think in the second one you can generate quite a lot of speed in the levels.
there are quite a few fast moving levels. Like, I was watching TDF from Hellfire play it on stream a little while ago. It's like I haven't played that game properly in years, but I can see why people love that game so much, because it's got a little bit more to it in terms of thematics than Advance 1 has.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate Advance 3. Advance 3 is like, it's basically all the things Dimps are known for doing wrong, but put together. It's like
I haven't even played it yet.
Don't worry, you don't want to. But it's like Dimps' greatest shits. That's what I get. Because Advance 3 has this kind of weird team gimmick, as well as like all the level design problems and that. And what that does is there's certain combinations that you are more useful than others. So, for example, like I know a lot of people use Cream the Rabbit to spam the Chow and stuff like that. And it changes it around, but it kind of makes things a lot more clunky, because like if I want to play Sonic quite a lot of the time, particularly side-scrolling Sonic, I just kind of want to play Sonic, you know? And come to mention it, during the Hellfire commentaries, Sonic-a-thon, Tom, who was running Advance 3, managed to die, I think, 50-60 times, which kind of says quite a bit about the game, I think. Anyway.
I've got it on the emulator. I mean, I've got it on phone.
Yeah, I know you have been kind of playing Pokemon quite a bit on there. I think, Silver, you've been playing that.
Yeah, I'm on Silver. I mean, I've got a pretty good team, but I'm up to Mount Silver now. And like my Pokemon's are like in 50. Like level 50 range, because I've been even at Mount, which is sort of hard to do in the Johto up, because there's not as much trainers. Some of it is quite bare and they're under level, but it's like you end up having your star overpowered, don't you? Really.
But yeah, with Advance 3, it's worth giving it a shot at some point just to see what I mean. Like, it's not completely abysmal, like say Lost World 3DS or something, but it's bad. I know in the past when we've done Game Boy Advance games on this, like with Fire Red and Ruby, like, I was using Visual Boy Advance on the computer, but like this stuff, usually Wii Homebrew, just so like you can play on the TV for a start. And fuck that enemy! That's twice
it's like
he's got me now.
ciphers, isn't it? The size.
Yeah, but look, that's twice I've had to go round all the way around here now just because of him. but like, yeah, the emulator on the Wii, like the Game Boy Advance one, is not that great, but it works, and it means I don't get as much annoying audio desync like we got with some of the Fire Red parts. So I'm using that for this. I'm finally past that one enemy.
What I like about I didn't really take to Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire at first, because it's like, oh god, it's a Gen 2 remake. But the thing is, they've actually, from what I've seen, managed to improve it. Bar the...
Wait, did you say Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, then say Gen 2 remake?
You know what he meant.
Yeah, but that's like when you said Super 8 or Super 7 and you actually got it wrong. And I think someone actually did pick up on it on
Yeah,
YouTube,
I remember that.
You can't bitch at me for that.
I don't care.
Go fuck yourself.
Grow up.
But, yeah. There's a lot of redesigns, isn't there? Apart for that. I think with
The characters, you mean?
yeah, there is for the Aqua team, Team Aqua and Team Magma.
Yeah, I don't like the kind of protagonist tree design, so I think they just like look kind of too young. I think. I know they're making them look like sod that.
Well, yeah, because they're about 11, 10, aren't they?
Yeah, they're making them look actually like that though. In the past, they've always looked like a little bit older, haven't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I mean by Dimp style level design.
Yeah, because when you think they look like they're 13, 14, don't they? Like Ruby or so.
Yeah.
So far, but I think they are officially teenagers in black and white, aren't they?
Yeah, they're meant to be like 16, I think.
16.
I think
Something
about that
along
sort of
those
like
lines.
15,
I didn't know they were that old. I thought they were like
Yeah,
youngest teenagers.
Yeah, they're roughly that old.
Yeah.
What's so like middle age sort of teens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've gradually been
Can you
getting
imagine if
older
they're
for
like a
the
20-year-old
games.
guy you play as? I mean, I'm going to be 20 in like December, so like it's like if I play as myself, like sort of thing.
Wait, so 20-year-old guy gets up and goes, "Mum, I'm going home."
Yeah. I'm going on an adventure. Why didn't you do that when you was like 11 and 12? Oh, I couldn't be asked.
Don't come back. I'll come back when I've beaten the league. Why can't you get a job like everyone else?
No, but the work that I'm doing, like the Pokemon that would be suited to my work, would probably be like the fighting type Pokemon because I've got Gerda, Timber, and stuff like that. Yeah,
So, unlike us two, Joey actually has a real job. God damn it, Joey, why are you having a life making us look bad?
It's just what I do.
Yeah, I totally didn't edit out a fuck up there.
So subtle.
Yeah. That giant crossfade that means nothing happened. But I really don't like Angel
Do you know
Islands,
what would be signature Pokemon for over here? Scrafty.
Yeah.
You've said
And
that
then-
several times. in
Shut up.
Yeah. Shut up, don't point out I'm repeating my jokes. Invincibility, go! But yeah, what do you think of these kind of little spinny gimmicks here, Joe? Because to me they're kind
It's a
of...
thing.
Here's a thing, yeah, but like, they're a pace killer, I think. Like,
Look how far you've gone back.
yeah.
You want to run fast? Well, now you can. In
But-
one spot.
Yeah, you can run fast, but not get anywhere.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I hate stuff like that. Because, like, there's no way you could have seen that from where you are.
Think about it. They're not really heavy enemy based, are they? It's more obstacles and video. I think that's what I get from the Sonic series in general, but more the 2D sort of thing. Because obviously in Heroes there was a lot of enemy placement, wasn't there? But
The enemies in Heroes are kind of what made it so boring. It's like there's so many spots where you just have to
yeah,
stop.
but I think with the earlier games there's not so much enemy placement. They're just more of a hindrance, aren't they?
Yeah.
Plus the crap controls in Heroes.
Well, there are a lot more things wrong with Hero. Oh, hi, Knuckles.
Does
This
he
boss
look slightly pink?
Or he's a robot.
Oh,
He's evil Knuckles.
right.
The original character, do not steal.
Yeah, one of Ken Pender's original characters. I love that new design. I know I've brought it up many
Who's
times.
that guy
It's
Phil
like-
Fish? Like he's.
It's like
Phil Fish is a complete prick, but for his own reasons. Which,
Why is he so arrogant?
oh, he's just one of these people, you know. I can't even explain it properly. Yes, I do realise I've taken a hit at basically every moment possible
Wait,
here.
did he just cough up a missile?
Sure, why not?
Kind of awesome.
It's awesome, but it didn't help him win, did it?
Nah. Why can't regular Knuckles do that though?
I don't know, it'd make him a lot more worthwhile as a character. So that was that terrible level. Now we've got another one. What do you think of this level, Jeff?
I weren't particularly a fan because you have to do that timer thing, don't you? And that's not something that I agree with, and I
Nah.
didn't really like it. So I don't. It's okay, I guess, but it's mainly indoors, and I don't really like that. So.
You know what I don't like so much about this level? It's the fact that there's places you can get lost in here.
Yeah, you can actually.
Yeah, and there's been a few times, like during practice runs and that, and there might even be one in this run, I can't even remember, but like where you'll be going around and then, even though it feels like you've been
think
spending
launch-
ages, you kind
It just reminds me of Launch Base.
of bad launch base.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like the thematics,
Launch Base is way more better because it's outside for a start.
Yeah. And it's like, you haven't got as much kind of going in circles, have you?
Yeah, you just sort of go random, sort of like. So.
But this is definitely the part of the game where it stops being fun, isn't it? Like Angel Island and then this. Which is a shame, really. But
You have to work for your fun.
I think I'd say this is probably worse than Angel Island.
Not sure. It's like they both have their own problems. I don't like the confusing level design in this, so I'll probably agree with you there. At least Angel Island, it's clear that you're supposed to be going right. I will say this took a lot of takes to get like a not horrible run, and even then, it's still kind of a horrible run. I think we know at this point I'm bad at games, so take that for however you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's what
I'm just waiting for Stephen to say his signature word.
Yeah.
No, 2 words.
Stephen, am I incompetent?
Slightly.
No, to be honest, he's not as incompetent in this.
Yeah, he's doing alright. I'm waiting for him to get lost though.
It will happen. I can't remember whether I left any of that in or not, to be honest.
Literally, this is how our commentaries go. I say something random, Harry says something random, then he goes back on topic, and then I go say something random again, and then Chris occasionally speaks, and then you're incompetent, you're incompetent, you're incompetent.
To be honest, that was mainly Lost World though, wasn't it? Because
pretty much in a nutshell,
just because Stephen has a factually incorrect opinion on that game. And I didn't think it was possible for an opinion to be factually incorrect before Stephen said that Lost World isn't that bad or is decent. Hey? I kid somewhat. Yeah, this is like, you see a lot of these kind of things sort of just moving slowly, you know, like these platforms here, and it's just a pace killer. I don't like stopping in Sonic. It's kind of the antithesis of what Sonic should be.
That post on Twitter, I like, what is it? Stop, he's already dead with Sonic.
Oh,
the Expo.
I forget who that was who just replied to the official Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter feed. I think it was
the Expo, wasn't it?
It might have been actually. Yeah,
It was.
Yeah, that's good.
And it had a Doritos image for the profile picture.
I do like that account. That account makes me laugh. I forget what it's actually the actual name is, but I think it's at the Expo or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's just so.
And then like Stephen gave his thoughts on it.
Yeah, lengthy history, in my opinion, is like the classic genre before Adventure 1. It's like Sonic's young, healthy, going strong and fast. And then Adventure comes around, some fans get a little bit annoyed by the fact that he's changed his appearance and gameplay style slightly. So Sonic begins his identity crisis.
Okay.
And then it comes to Sonic 06, his ring addiction gets to him.
Yeah. With this kind of level, I do appreciate what they were going for and kind of, you know, the atmosphere of it, but it's just the level design that lets it down, you know?
Were those floating barrels with spikes on the side?
Yes, they were. Welcome to Sonic Advance! This section, I think we've been here once already, but like, last time I was here, I had invincibility. Is that not like the worst time for you to have invincibility when you're doing nothing but jumping up and down and up and down? And I'm sorry, what? That's cheap. That is cheap as all
You
hell.
should have known.
Yes, I should have known that spikes would randomly appear above my head.
That's incompetent.
Yeah. Oh god, I've got 2 Stevens.
What, I'm Stephen?
No,
Where's the
I'm
gun?
And the world's perfect now.
No.
Yeah.
No.
If I was Stephen for a day, I think I'd cry.
Why?
It's just why, God.
More spinny things.
But my overall opinion of Sonic now is Sonic is just
What was I supposed to do there?
Look.
Sonic is basically Nintendo's prostitute.
Well,
In
I
a way,
wouldn't
because
say-
like,
I wouldn't say that.
if you appear in my games, you'd be guaranteed success. Oh, thanks, Mario. And Sonic in the Olympics. And
yeah, but like that. What? Like, how was I supposed to work around that?
I think it's a shame. I could interpret it what you will, but like, because now that Sonic's in Nintendo games and like consoles, it's sort of a shame because when it first started, oh yeah, this is completely different. This is the polar opposite to Mario, but now it's sort of like it's a little bit disappointing.
I
to be honest.
get that. It's not. I don't mind it being on the consoles at all, right? But my problem is that Sonic was always the kind of cooler, faster alternative to Mario. So seeing Lost World
Yeah.
being basically a Galaxy clone done wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind
you know
of,
what I mean?
It's
Yeah.
degrading. It's like
Yeah.
it's a step down from what we should expect.
To be honest, I think that's quite a fair comment coming from me because I've always preferred Mario, but yeah, I do agree with you.
It's
So
like, Mario does its own thing, and that works for fans of Mario. But like with Sonic, we want it to be like faster moving platforming.
yeah,
And that's when people are like defending Werehog or Boom or stuff like that. They kind of miss the entire principle of what Sonic was based around, in that it's fast moving platforming. And so if it's a Sonic game that's missing fast moving platforming, there's something wrong.
I think Unleash was pretty much a mixed bag, wasn't it?
I had the invisibility, and it just gave me that split second before it kicked in.
Unleash is pretty much the Sonic we have today, innit? Because it started from Unleash.
Yeah, I like the boost. I just think Unleashed problems was the horrible pacing and the Werehog.
Yeah, it's like it's a mixed bag, innit? Really, Unleashed. It's not the worst, but it's not definitely not the best.
Nah, the thing with Unleashed, and like I appreciate when people say like I really like the daytime levels and that, but what you've got to remember is that along with the daytime levels, you've also got the Werehog and you've got the medal collecting crap. And the problem you get there is that I really enjoy the daytime levels, but to be able to progress through those, I've got to play like loads of Werehog stuff, and I've got to go looking for medals and crap like that. I don't want to do that. So like, although I can name parts of Unleashed I like, overall the game I have a mostly negative experience with it. So I'm not going to say it's a good game. You know. Anyway, this section is abysmal. The amount of times I've tried to get there just because you've got a time jumping on a spring, right? Yeah, I just kind of really don't like this kind of clunky sort of, make sure you time this right, but this enemy can't be there, and it's just, it's, I know I don't want to repeat myself yet again, but anything that spoils a fast pace. Yeah, it's just kind of uninteresting. I'm bored now, and this sort of section is not just your Sonic Heroes type boring, it's frustrating. So why do I want to carry on playing? And again, it's such a shame because this game starts off so well. But anyway.
To be honest, if I had to say, I really do like the second, but I haven't completed it yet. But I prefer its pacing more.
Yeah, I don't think there's as much bullshit. But look at this. You see where I've got to jump? I've got to jump as I'm slightly up the wall but not touching the spring.
Right.
Yeah, I do think I had a few problems.
Yeah, but look at that.
Yeah, that was the one I had problems
That happens a lot, yeah.
Yeah. It's just the most infuriating part of it.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I think I had much worse takes than this of this section. This was like the best one of multiple.
Although saying that, in the second one it can be quite slippery. I think the Sky Rail or the Sky Canyon one.
That Sky Canyon one, there's one section of that when you're playing Sonic that can really catch you off guard, because there's that attack when you're flung off of something if you press the right trigger.
Yeah.
That I didn't know that was there the first time because it wasn't in the first game, and it's not really forced on you anywhere else. So that I just died repeatedly for a while, not knowing what I was meant to do. And yes, I got sucked up into the sky, which kind of ended the level.
Okay.
I suppose that's not much different to, I think it's the end of Scrap Brain in Sonic 1 where you go into the final zone. It kind of flings you up.
I can't remember how. Yeah, just.
We'll roll with that.
Yeah.